Welcome back for another video. For this one, we've picked out all the biggest dilemmas and questions that you sent for Gameweek25. If you'd like yours answered in a future video, you just need to be subscribed and you'll see a post on your feed taking questions every week. Let's get straight into it. 12White asks, when's the best time to bring in Salah? In terms of this week, as tempting as he looks, it's probably unlikely that he starts both games, so he's in the don't buy, don't sell territory. We might see Diaz, Darwin, Jota as the front three against Brentford. Perhaps Salah gets some minutes off the bench, and then against Luton it could be something like Gakpo, Darwin or Jota and then Salah. So you might get 90 to 100 minutes out of him this week, which you might feel is enough, but the City mids Foden and De Bruyne make more sense, given they are fully fit and they play in Gameweek 26. However, beyond that, there's definitely an opportunity to get him after his blank, because many managers are hoping to save the free hit in Gameweek 29. But let's say that you're happy to commit to free hitting in Gameweek 29, then you can move for players like Salah in Gameweek 27 that many are going to be overlooking. If you want to keep your options open, then many have accepted they're not going to have Salah till after Gameweek 29. The two games that you get out of him are Forest away and then City home before the blank in 29. Historically, City vs Liverpool has always been a high scoring game, so it's by no means a bad fixture for him. Cal J asks, who are the best Villa defenders? The reason some have been looking at Villa defenders is because their next three are Fulham, Forest and then Luton, and they definitely play in Gameweek 29. Unfortunately, the appeal has diminished in recent weeks. They've lost Konsa to injury, he's out till next month, and Kamara's picked up a significant knee injury, which is a huge loss for them defensively. And now Diego Carlos has also picked up an injury, so 3 injuries to key players. With that all in mind, avoid the Villa defence. Pau Torres is the best pick if you really want to go there, but he's yet to start a game since returning from injury. Alex Moreno is the upside pick, but Digne could get a start over him at some point. Flash Step asks if Alisson's a good goalkeeper option for Gameweek 25 and beyond. If you caught the places by video, both Alisson and Ederson are tied for projected points in Gameweek 25. And in Alisson's case, he's a very good pick as long as you're happy with the fixture that your backup keeper's got in Gameweek 26. Dubravka has Arsenal, Areola's got Brentford at home, which is better. Ederson has Bournemouth home in Gameweek 26. Again, chip strategy is relevant here. If you've used your free hit already, or you don't plan to use it in Gameweek 29, then don't sell a keeper for Alisson that plays in 29, like Areola or Martinez, etc. FPL Flames asks about Trent replacements. Absolute nightmare this one. Such a great double, and Trent's reportedly been ruled out of double Gameweek 25 entirely, plus the League Cup final. So with essentially 2 blanks in a row, we have to look at replacements. It's worth mentioning that if you've got a strong option off your bench like Gabriel, Saliba or Pedro Porro this week, there's no immediate rush to sell. You could delay till Gameweek 26. So in terms of the best replacements, we've shortlisted a few. Van Dijk's the best option in the Liverpool defence. He should play both games, while the same can't be guaranteed for the others. Bradley could start one game in right back, and Gomez could start on the other. Likewise, Robertson might play one, and Klopp could use Gomez or Tsimikas left back against Luton. However, given the blank in 26, in some cases that means you need to book in a -4 next week if you buy Van Dijk. So it's basically Van Dijk -4 points versus someone that plays in the next 2 game weeks. Ake's emerged as a great pick following Vardiol's injury. Pep always favours a left-footed centre-back on the left side, and Ake plays in Gameweek 26 as well. If you're on Triple City already, and you want to avoid the hit in Gameweek 26 that Van Dijk brings, then a straightforward swap to Gabriel Saliba works great as well. Arsenal have got the best clean sheet odds of all single Gameweek teams this week. Let's have a look at the experts transfers for Gameweek 25. The full video is going to be out on Friday, so hit subscribe so you don't miss that. So this week, lots are selling Trent. The popular replacements are Ake, Reguilon and Doughty. Reguilon and Doughty have got a rough double game week, but they are attacking defenders and on some set pieces. Reguilon plays in Gameweek 26 and Gameweek 29. Doughty doesn't play in Gameweek 26, but he doubles in Gameweek 28, and he's got about a 55% chance of playing in Gameweek 29. Palmer's leaving lots of experts team in favour of Jota and De Bruyne. You're obviously going to need a lot of money spare for these upgrades, but you might find a transfer combination like Trent to Ake frees up enough money. Solanke's been sold by lots of experts for Darwin, with a view to bringing Solanke back in the coming weeks before his double. Despite a good fixture for Spurs this week against Wolves home, some have sold Richarlison for Foden. You do gain a fixture this week, another in Gameweek 26, there is logic to the move. Full experts video out on Friday, let's move on. Sam asks if Palmer's a potential sell, with Chelsea blanking in Gameweek 26 and likely Gameweek 29. This one's a good one to follow on from the experts transfer segment, as some of them were selling Palmer. They've got City this week, plus the upcoming blanks, so there is logic to moving him on. A lot of us do have money tied up in Palmer, but as Late Riser once put it very well, the value of team value is inversely proportional to the number of game weeks left. We've accrued a lot of team value by this point already, so we can afford to go for a play like Palmer to Foden, De Bruyne or Jota this week. He's an easier sell than someone like Richarlison, who has a much better fixture this week, and he definitely plays in Game Week 29. And it's not forever. You're going to have Palmer back in your team after Game Week 29. They'll double twice later in the season, assuming Game Week 29 ends up a blank. They've already got the Game Week 26 postponement to be rearranged, so that's one guaranteed double. Matthew asks, triple captain now or hold it? So let's compare some other potential opportunities we'll get this season. Haaland's projected 14 points this week on FPL Review. Solanke's projected 11.9 in Game Week 28. So those are the two near-term options, and the projections favour Haaland. We know that Game Week 34 and 37 are also going to be a double game week. It's unlikely that Salah or Haaland double in 34, but in Game Week 37 they could have a double. Haaland could have Fulham away and Spurs away, and Salah could have Villa away and Fulham away. So it's dependent on FA Cup results, and it's not guaranteed at this point. But there are also worse doubles on paper than this week, and on top of that, City and Liverpool could be juggling other competitions that could equate to rotation those weeks. Last season in double game week 37, Haaland started one and he was benched the other. It's also possible that the league could be wrapped up at that point, which also lends credence to possible rotations. Some peripheral players could get more minutes. So in my eyes, everything points towards using it now, if not game week 28 on Solanke. Kerry Corname asks, is going without Haaland the worst decision of the season? Yes. There were a few questions about the best free hit team this week. We've got a draft here which we'll quickly run through, which is Flecken in goal, Van Dijk, Gabriel and Doughty in defence, Saka, Foden, De Bruyne and Jota in midfield, Haaland, Tony and Darwin as the front three. This gets you 9 double game week players, the two singles being Gabriel and Saka against Burnley. Kaminsky, Reguilon, Bell and McCarthy on the bench. If you can't afford this team, then you could free up money by downgrading Kaminsky and Reguilon, who you're going to almost certainly not need anyway. For example, Kaminsky to Areola and then Reguilon to a 3.9mm defender and put Bell first on the bench. I would only consider the free hit this week if you've only got 1 or 2 players that double and some stale assets that you don't want to be starting, like Palmer, Gusto, Taylor, Trent, etc. TSC is looking to sell Richarlison and weighing up Foden for free or De Bruyne for a -4, or even just roll. I don't think you can confidently say De Bruyne definitely outscores Foden by 4 points, which holds weight to Foden and avoid the hit. It's only worth looking at the hit if there's another move that you're going to have to make in Game Week 26 anyway, such as Trent to Saliba or Gabriel. Closing with some final thoughts on my team and transfer thoughts. I've got Edison in goal, Saliba, Trent and Pedro Porro, Gordon, Richarlison, Saka and Foden in midfield, Solanke, Haaland and Darwin up top. Triple captains active on Haaland. The decision this week is to sell Trent for Van Dijk, Gabriel, or even just roll and play a Stupinian. I've already got triple City, so Ake's not an option here unfortunately. Going for Van Dijk's the exciting move, but it does force a -4 hit in Game Week 26, or if there's any unexpected injuries it'd be a -8 even. After weighing it up, the current plan is to buy Gabriel and play double Arsenal defence against Burnley. This leaves one free transfer in Game Week 26, which will very likely be Darwin to Watkins, and that gets 11 players out. I could be tempted by Gordon to Hwang for a -4, since Gordon's away to Arsenal and Hwang's got Sheffield United home. Thanks for watching. Hit like if this video was helpful. See you soon for the next one.